I'm sure everybody does readings differently. I shouldn't say that I'm sure that they do. But I'm assuming that as different as people are, different psychics work in different ways. So all I can do is tell you what my readings are. I contact your guides. I believe your guides are, in a very simplistic fashion, explanation for them is they're like guardian angels. They are there to kind of help you. You don't pray to them. They are not deities. They are beings that are here that know what your soul intent for this life is, who have made a commitment to help you through things, but they will not tell you what to do. They will just help you along your path. So I contact your guides. They show me what you need to know right now.
How do you contact the guides?
In the beginning, I take a deep breath and I'm quiet for a few minutes. And during that quiet time, I am saying a prayer asking your guides and my guides to come and offer whatever information they feel you need to know right now. I cover us both in God's white light of protection, and I ask that we be connected heart chakra to heart chakra, and I ask that I have the words said in the way that is best for you to hear them. Then I say a prayer to open the Akashic Records. What the Akashic Records are is, if you can imagine, it's easier to say a book, but obviously it is not a book. It's a vibrational level or area or realm or plane of existence that contains all known things. I'm saying that incredibly simplistically, but I just tap into those records and they can show me past lives. They will show me those past lives that are relevant to this, because there's no need for you to know that you were Mark Antony in a past life if it has absolutely no relevance to this life. And I'm forever having people come to me for readings and say, well, the other psychic told me I was Mary Magdalene, or they told me I was Cleopatra, or they told me, and the bottom line is, this is what I say to them: wonderful, you must have had a lot of fantastic learning in that life. What are you using it for in this one? Because it's not relevant what you've been, whether you've been a murderer or a king, whether you've been a disciple of Jesus Christ or you have been Hitler. The only relevance to any of the past lives your soul has had is to what is your karma in this life and what are you doing with the learning that you are getting. That's pretty much it. So after I've gone into the Akashic Records, if there are relevant past lives and you're interested, I might pick up past lives that we talk about, but it usually goes from me feeling out your body and getting an idea of the areas of your body you need to pay closer attention to going into what is happening right now in your life, where are the areas of concern, what might you be changing. And then I'll go eventually into the potentials for the future. Now, why I say potential is everybody on this life, in this plane of existence, has free will. That's the gift or the curse that God gave us at birth. And so, anything I tell you, you have the obligation, if you don't like it, to change it. But you can also mess up the good. And when I say that to people, they look at me like, what? So here's the explanation. I had a client who came to me one day, and she said, you know, my boyfriend broke up with me about 7 months ago. Am I ever going to see him again? And I said, yeah, he's going to contact you on your birthday. So whenever her birthday was, about a week later, she called me and she said, you were wrong. I didn't see my boyfriend on my birthday. And I said, okay, yeah, I was wrong. I apologize. I don't know what you want me to say. And I heard in my head, ask her where she was. So I said to her, where were you on your birthday? And she said, I was in Las Vegas. Well, we live in Arizona. And I said, does your boyfriend live in Las Vegas? She said, no. I said, would your boyfriend have been in Las Vegas? She said, I don't know. And I said, so I was wrong because you didn't see him in Vegas. She said, yes, you didn't tell me that I had to be anywhere to see him. So I said, okay, I was wrong. She came back for a reading about 2 months later, and she said, I apologize. I ran into him this week, and he said, where were you? I came by your house on your birthday, and you weren't there. So that's what I mean by you have the ability to change anything. If she'd been at her house, she would have seen him. But she had chosen to go to Vegas, and instead of saying to herself, if I go to Vegas, I might not see him. Am I all right with that? Instead, she decided that I was wrong by not telling her not to go to Vegas. You have free will. I'm not going to take that from you, nor am I telling you your potential's going to make them happen. If you want to be a lottery winner, first of all, I think if you're going to be a lottery winner, that was already decided at birth. But let's say you want to be a lottery winner, and I even see the potential of you being a lottery winner, you still have to buy the ticket. If you don't buy the ticket, you're not going to be one. And blaming me for telling you that you would be, and you don't buy the ticket, is illogical. And one of the things I pride myself on being, which shocks most people, is I'm pretty logical. And I will not tell you something that I think is off the wall, and I don't think it has a chance in heck of manifesting. I have a lot of people that come to me and say, this psychic told me ABC, and if I don't see it, I will say to them, you know, great, I hope that manifests. If that's what you want, I really hope it manifests, but that's not what I'm seeing.
What are the areas that people come to you for love advice about relationships, about money, for their
Everything.
Spiritual path? So you have a wide variety.
I have a wide variety, and it's interesting because I think those people that are on a spiritual path really want to focus with me mostly on spiritual things. I have rarely found a spiritual path-oriented person that cares about the money, the romance, whatever. Either their life is already working, or their focus right now is spiritual. But most people come about relationships, their jobs, where do they belong, normal, everyday, what is life about? I'm confused. And I also use numerology and astrology in my readings. It's kind of like our government was supposed to be set up with a bunch of different things that double-checked each other. So if I pick up something psychically, it's in your astrology chart, it's in your numerology chart, I'm going to figure this has a much greater ability of manifesting than if I'm only getting it one place. So when I'm using those as well, there's a lot more mundane things that come out. Although in astrology and numerology, they will tell you what your path is, what you are here to do. But many people will just kind of gloss over it. It's like, okay, I'm here to do that. Well, how does that fit with what I'm doing? And if it doesn't, I just say to them, if you don't want to do it because the money isn't there, then do it as an avocation instead of a vocation. But if you don't do it, you'll always be feeling like there's a piece missing somewhere. So my job is to tell you what the pieces are. Your job is to put them together in the way that makes sense to you.